Welcome back to the Mod Ventures YouTube series, Entrepreneurship Uncovered, a series where we interview a variety of up-and-coming and experienced business owners to hear their stories and draw wisdom from their experiences.
I wanted to be able to know what it was like to feel the full burden of being a business owner, to know, what sort of challenges small business owners are encountering when they're starting their companies.
Hi, I'm Gabby Luma from Mod Ventures.
I'm Jim Cooper. I'm with JC Law PLLC, which is a firm outside of Roanoke, Virginia. My firm specializes in business and commercial law.
Awesome. So you are actually just getting started with your own firm.
Brand new.
Yeah. So you want to tell me a little bit of the reasons why you decided to go out on your own?
I was always inspired by small business owners in that they would step forward and create something brand new with all of the risks and challenges that are associated with that. I wanted to be able to know what it was like to feel the full burden of being a business owner, and then to know what sort of challenges small business owners are encountering when they're starting their companies. And part of my practice, what I'm designing it now to be, is to deal with formations and startups. And so in setting up my company, I had set up my company within a week. I knew that I was leaving the firm that I was with previously, and when I left on a Friday, the next Monday I was up and running already.
So you've had to go through, the setting up of pretty much your whole back office. Do you mind sharing what your tech stack is going to be or what you're using?
Sure. So I started with Clio. I went with the boutique level of Clio, which is kind of the mid-range of what they provide. But the great thing about Clio is that it integrates. It's a cloud-based system, and it's customizable. It integrates with all sorts of other technologies, and it can automate a lot of my workflow. It helps me keep my overhead down, and that was part of what led me towards wanting to create my own firm. Is I realized that at this point in time, technology has come so far that it has decreased overhead and being able to start a service-based company like it's never been before.
Right. Well, and that's what we're seeing is that, if you're a much larger firm, it's very, very difficult to kind of turn that ship and switch to an all cloud-based solution. It does put you at an advantage.
Or just to go from paper-based to paperless.
Yeah. Well, and then you have the experience also of setting up your website, everything. So I looked at it and it's beautiful. What is the address again?
jclawpllc.com.
Great. Awesome. And so you're already tracking, how many people are coming, and you've already posted your first blog. Yeah, so that's really exciting.
There's so many things out there that make it easier than it used to be. Google has so many great services as far as their domain hosting. I use G Suite for business, and G Suite is basically the business side of Google Mail. But it comes with all these extra features that add to beyond the regular Google Mail.
Can you tell us what makes your practice unique in the marketplace?
What makes my practice unique is that starting from the ground up, I'm seeking to be very heavy in tech adoption and uptake in new technologies, and to be able to provide my clients with the easiest modern approach to dealing with their contracts and formations and transactional issues, while I can still provide them litigation services by actually going out to court. It seems like there's a lot of traditional law firms out there that are still paper-based, brick and mortar, which my office is a virtual office. I can handle most of client interactions by phone, email, and then video chat. And video chat's come such a long way from what it used to be that it's almost like being in the same room anyways. And in fact, the courts are actually using video services for a lot of their purposes.
It seems to me that being more digital and coming in and using all this technology in your practice, that it would actually help you interact more with your clients. And be there for them when they're actually going through things that are challenging.
Yeah, I mean, it makes accessibility a lot easier. All of my appointments are calendared very easily in G Suite.
So it's like time savings for everybody.
Yeah.
Right?
And cost savings. The client doesn't have to spend gas to come see me. I think there's a tendency for traditional firms to be very conservative about uptake of technology, and it's sort of in an attorney's nature in managing risk to be conservative like that. But at the same time, if clients are interacting in a certain way, and that's part of their day-to-day business activities and their practices and the way that the industry is operating, with taking appropriate measures to ensure that there's confidentiality, and protection of attorney-client privilege, and that sort of thing, for the attorneys to come along and move into the modern business space.
Absolutely. And I think that's the technology is there, and it has been. And our industry happens to be a little slower in adopting those things, but because of the risk management and the wanting to make sure that things are secure, but there's so many things that are helping us do that now and provide that security.
The cloud technology that has come along in the past few years is operating at like bank grade security levels, and if it's secure enough for the banks, it's pretty darn secure.
Absolutely.
And then the other thing is that when people are worried about losing information in the cloud, you had similar concerns about losing information whenever it was held on site, but then you also had to worry about what if the building caught fire. There's added conveniences based off of the cloud technology, besides the integrations that we had discussed a little bit earlier. Things like conflict checks for attorneys, and whenever everything's stored on a cloud-based system, it's much easier to search all of your records across different party types to figure out if you have a conflict of interest. It's saving transaction time for the attorneys and making practice easier and safer, but at the same time, it's not costing clients additional money to pay for overhead that they wouldn't otherwise have to pay for. Knowledge is something that is transacted well through technology rather than through physical, tangible objects.
Well, Jim, it's been such a pleasure interviewing today. Can you please tell us how we can get in touch with you?
You can find me at jclawpllc.com.
Great. Well, thank you so much. It was such a pleasure.
Thank you.
We do hope that you enjoyed this episode of Entrepreneurship Uncovered. Make sure that you're subscribed to our channel so you don't miss any new videos published every Monday and Thursday.